Hello friends, welcome back on ssbrocks and thanks for subscribing us. If you're not yet subscribed, so please subscribe. Friends, in this video we're going to discuss demonetization. This will definitely help you in lecturate and group discussion because we have covered in details. Friends, as you are aware, we provide all possible help to you for your preparation. Shiv Mangal Chope requested us to provide detail on demonetization for his lecturate and group discussion preparation. You can see his photograph on screen. Friends, if you want our help and guidelines, so feel free to contact us. You can also ask your queries on our Google Plus and Twitter account as details shown on the screen. Basic details of lecturate are already covered into our first video on lecturate series. Details and link of the video is given in description. Friends, let's start our topic of today, that is demonetization. Friends, on 8 November 2016, Honorable Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi announced demonetization of all 500 rupees and 1000 rupees banknote in an unscheduled live televised address at 20 hours on 8 November. In the announcement, Mr. Modi declared that use of all 500 and rupees 1000 banknotes would be invalid past midnight and announced the issuance of new rupees 500 and rupees 2000 banknotes of the Mahatma Gandhi new series in exchange for old banknotes. The government claimed that the action would curtail the black or shadow economy and crack down on the use of illicit and counterfeit cash of fund illegal activity and terrorism. The sudden nature of the announcement and the prolonged cash shortage in the weeks that followed created significant disruption throughout the economy, threatening economic output. The move was heavily criticized as poorly planned and unfair, and was met with protests, litigation and strikes. The BSE, Sensex and Nifty 50 stock indices fell over 6% on the day after the announcement. In the days following the demonetization, the country faced severe cash shortages with severe detrimental effect across the economy. People seeking to exchange their banknotes had to stand in lengthy queues, and several deaths were linked due to the rush to exchange cash. Initially, the move received support from several bankers as well as from one international commentators. It was heavily criticized by members of opposition parties, leading to debates in both houses of parliament and triggering organized protest against the government in several places across India. The move is considered to have reduced the country's GDP and industrial production. As the cash shortages grew in the week following the move, the demonetization was heavily criticized by prominent economists and by world media. Friends, as you are aware that last year's winter session of Parliament was continually and incessantly being disrupted over demonetization issues and no work being done at all. We already covered the issue in our no pay for no work policy should be implemented for our parliamentarians under our group discussion series. The link of the same given in description below. Friends, that's the historical aspect of demonetization. This is not the first time the Indian government had demonetized banknotes on two prior occasions. First was in 1946 and then again in 1978. In both cases, the goal was to combat tax evasion by black money held outside the formal economic system. In 1946, the pre-independence government hoped demonetization would penalize Indian businesses that were concealing the fortune amassed supplying the Allies in World War II. In 1978, the Janata Party coalition government demonetized banknotes of 1000, 5000 and 10,000 rupees again in the hope of curbing counterfeit money and black money. In the past, the Bharatiya Janata Party had opposed demonetization. BJP spokesperson Meenakshi Lekhi had said in 2014 that the armed aurats and the admis means general population Those who are illiterate and have no access to banking facilities will be the one to be hit by such diversionary measures. Friends, let's talk about the preparation of demonetization by the government. The plan was to demonetize the rupees 500 and 10,000 banknotes began 6 to 10 months prior and was kept highly confidential with only about 10 people aware of it completely. The logistical processes and preparation for printing the new rupees 500 and rupees 2000 banknotes began in early May. The cabinet was informed about the demonetization on 8 November 2016 in a meeting called by the Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, which was followed by Modi's public announcement about the demonetization in a televised address. Government passed ordinance for demonetization. The Specified Banknotes Cessation of Liabilities Ordinance 2016 was issued by the Government of India on 28 December 2016, ceasing the liability of the government for the banned banknotes, and also imposing a fine up to rupees 10,000 or 5 times the amount of the face value of the banknotes, whichever is higher, for the people transacting with them after 8 November 2016 or holding more than 10 of them after 30 December 2016. The ordinance also provides for the exchange of the banknotes after December 30 for non-resident citizens and others on case-by-case basis. However, petrol, CNG, gas station, government hospitals, railway, airlines, booking counters, state government recognized dairies and ration stores and crematoriums were allowed to accept the banned rupees 500 and rupees 1000 banknotes until December 2, 2016. Friends, the exchange of old notes was carried out in the following manner. The Reserve Bank of India stipulated a window of 50 days until 30 December 2016 to deposit the demonetized banknotes as credit in the bank accounts. The banknotes could also be exchanged over the counter of bank branches up to a limit that varied over the days. Initially, the limit was fixed at rupees 2,000 per person from 8 to 30 November 2016. This limit was increased to 4,500 per person from 14 to 17 November 2016. The limit was reduced to 2,000 per person from 18 November 2016. All exchange of banknotes was abruptly stopped from 25 November 2016. International airports were also instructed to facilitate an exchange of notes amounting to a total value of rupees 5,000 for foreign tourists and outbound passengers. Prior leakage of demonetization of information. A fortnight before the official announcement, a news report in the Hindi newspaper Dainik Jagran quoting RBI source mentioned about the coming release of new 2000 rupees note alongside the withdrawal of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 rupees notes. The same news came in the English newspaper The Hindu Business Line on 21st October 2016, which was also mentioned about the coming 2000 rupees note and also possible withdrawal of 500 rupees and 1000 rupees note. Friends, let's talk about the advantages of demonetization. The biggest advantage of demonetization is that it helps the government to track people who are having large sum of unaccounted cash or cash on which no income tax has been paid, because many people who earn black money keep that money as cash in their houses or in some secret places which is very difficult to find, and when demonetization happens all cash is of no value and such people have two options. One is to deposit the money in bank account and pay taxes on such amount, and second option to let the value of that cash reduce to zero. Friends, as you are aware that black money is used for illegal activities like terrorism funding, gambling, money laundering, and also inflating the price of major assets classes, real estates, gold, and due to demonetization all such activity will get reduced for some time, and also it will take years for people to generate that amount of black money again, and hence in a way it will help in putting an end to the circle of people doing illegal activity to earn black money and using the black money to do more illegal activities. Another big benefit is that due to people disclosing their income by depositing money in their bank account, government gets a good amount of tax revenue, which can be used by the government towards the betterment of society by providing good infrastructure, hospital, educational institution, road, many facilities for poor and needy section of society. So friends, the conclusion of the subject is that there is no panacea for human tendency to be greedy and corrupt, but there can be measures to keep such people under strict control. Though banning currency notes may not be a long-term solution of the problem, but in the short term it can have a great effect. It might not be a big victory. This step, when supported by us better policies and good governance, will surely tighten the practice of corruption. So it is most important to support this step of the government to stop corruption and make India corruption free. So friend, watch the video again to prepare for lecturette topic. Audiobook has become very popular alternative to the traditional reading. It is also a very effective way of stimulating your brain. The language processing part of your brain is activated whenever you listen. It also facilitates your brain to learn from the experiences being talked about. Listening lecturette topics is actually good exercise for the brain and learning too. For more practice, subscribe SSB Rocks for daily updates, like, share and recommend SSB Rocks to your friends also for the better preparation. This video is dedicated to Shiv Mangal Chaube, who requested us to provide detail on demonetization. You can also ask your queries on our Google Plus and Twitter account as details shown on the screen. Best of luck guys, SSB Rocks!